Nate Anderson of Hindenburg has announced that he is shutting shop. Hindenburg, infamous for its attacks on the Adani Group and the Indian stock market, will now cease to exist. Now, in a long letter, Nate Anderson has explained why, and at the end of the letter, frankly, there are no answers. Let me give you an excerpt of what he says first about himself, trying to play the victim card. He says, I didn't have a traditional finance background. None of my relatives are in this field. I went to a state school. I'm not a slick salesperson. I don't know any of the right clothes to wear. I can't play golf. I'm not some superhuman that can function on 4 hours of sleep. In most of my jobs, I was a good worker, but mostly looked over. Now, this is interesting because why is he trying to paint himself as some person who's come up from the ground and worked very hard? Is he playing the victim card and trying to gain sympathy for himself as he's shutting shop, trying to distance himself from the damage that he has caused? Now, he doesn't mention any specific reasons of why he is closing down Hindenburg, but he does say, why disband now? There is no one specific thing, no particular threat, no health issue, and no big personal issue. So the question here is Nate Anderson trying to escape the consequences of his action? Remember, the claims that Hindenburg made impacted the Indian stock market and investors and the entire reputation of the Indian corporate sector. Is that why he is doing it now? Is it just a coincidence that this disclaimer or this decision comes before 20th Jan when Donald Trump starts his presidency for the second time? Is this linked in any way is another question that we should ask. And I think the most important thing, is it okay to now say, all right, I shut shop and get away with whatever you did earlier? Imagine if someone had been burgled and the burglar says, from tomorrow, I'm no longer doing this. Does this end his or her responsibility? I suppose that's the biggest question Nate Anderson should answer.